Today we are taking on our biggest challenge yet. We are facing a national master, Nelson from ChessVibes. All right, let's hop into it. All right, we're playing a national master here. We get the white pieces. We're gonna start with e4. And he goes e5, so we're gonna go knight to c3. We're gonna play the Vienna game. All right, so he plays knight f6. We're gonna play f4, the Vienna gambit. And I'm expecting to see the main line d5, of course. This is the highest rated player I've ever played, and I'm very nervous. Okay, so he plays d5. Now the main line goes like f, e. He takes. I'm gonna go queen to f3, and there's many lines after that. And this is all theory, so this is just lines that I've memorized. So we take. All right, so we see it. Knight e4. Now we're gonna play queen to f3. There's many moves here. You know, you could play knight f3, but I'm a Gotham fan, and I learned most of my repertoire from him, so he likes this move. That's what I play. So f5 is a move here. He could just take. He could play knight out. So those are like the three kind of moves that I'm familiar with. So he just takes. So we have an option after this to take with the b pawn and then fight for d4. But I don't like playing bc for the simple fact that he can just play d4 right away, and then it's not as nice, right? We can't just take because then queen takes. So I like to take like this and then play bishop out, or here and then go queen to g3 because there's a forcing line of queen check here, and it forces a queen trade if the queen stays on this diagonal. But we're gonna go dc, and let's see what he plays here. A lot of times I'll see this move, or this move, or no, not commonly this move. It does happen, but I also see knight here, just to put pressure on this pawn immediately, because it is a big weakness in my position. Okay, so he goes for the immediate check. So there's that forcing queen trade. Yeah, so he didn't give me a moment to... Sometimes they'll play like this, and then if I make another move, then the queen check comes. But he's going for the queen check right away. And this is, yeah. It's not a very fun line for the Vienna. Now he goes here, we take, he takes. And now, basically, it is kind of a difficult position to play, because this pawn is very hard to hold on to. And I'm trying to figure out how we should try and hold on to this. Putting the bishop here is likely a good move, trying to anchor this in. But our bishop's not really... Then it's just a huge pawn. That's all it is. But if we go here, then try to long castle. Could be interesting. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're going to long castle. So I don't see why we wouldn't just play this move. He might play here. And then I castle. He's not going to trade the bishop for the knight. Knight will come here. Or maybe we want to immediately go here and challenge the bishop. Because this bishop's probably going to be pretty strong. I'm also debating on whether I want to put the bishop on this diagonal here. Blockade his pawn. Let's go ahead and just play bishop here. I don't see anything wrong with that. Just protect this right away. He might play h6 to try and play this. If he plays h6, I'm probably going to play h4 just to prevent this from happening. And I'm out of my theory now. So now I'm playing by myself. If you couldn't tell by that 2-minute think. Maybe the knight wants to travel to this square eventually. Maybe something like this. We need to maybe go here and target the pawn, is what I'm thinking. So since we got this out, if there's no immediate threat, we might play bishop here right away. If he does this, then we can do en passant. So he's attacking the pawn and developing, of course. So if I go here, he can't really push. So I think I'm going to immediately attack this. I don't know... If I go here, what if he plays bishop here? Trying to make it so that I cannot castle. We always have this move. Tries to anchor in. Well, we would take first. So let's go ahead, put the bishop on this diagonal. He might play bishop here to protect. And if bishop here, I think then we can castle. Try to bring the rook here. Or castle, knight here, rook here. Just put pressure. It should be kind of difficult to hold on to. Yeah, so he does go bishop there. Is a logical move. So now I'm seeing that he can also long castle. So I think I want to beat him to it. I think I want to long castle first. So let's go ahead and long castle. He can never push the pawn. And now he can never protect it using the pawn. So that is nice. And this doubled pawn is doing a very good job of controlling the knight. The knight would have to go here and here. This pawn, now that we've long castled, we do need to be a little bit cautious of it because it could be vulnerable to attacks in the future. Yeah, so he develops the bishop there. He wants to short castle. So I think I need to finish my development. I might go here and then try for this. But am I really achieving anything if I do that? Kind of. I am putting pressure here. But if I go here and he anticipates that I want to do that, he might play this move. But then I guess I can rotate to here and go for this. And if I go here and he wants to give the bishop, then I'm more than happy to take that, I think. So let's go here. If he wants to trade, we're happy. If not, then we're going to play this. And he can't push because we would just take. And it also opens up my rook, so I can bring the rook to the center of the board. I see something a little bit wrong, though. If he plays this, I guess I can go here. I just didn't really like the initiative that he's going to get. I guess I blockade, but it should be fine. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Yeah, so he just goes for castles. Very logical move. He didn't want to give up the bishop. So now I think we continue with our plan of going here. I imagine he's going to play something like this and probably really try to target this pawn. And if here he pushes, I go here. Yeah, I think we need to play this move. It was kind of the whole idea behind playing knight to h3, so why not go through with it? Ooh. G4 right away. Oh, wow. To be honest, I did not expect that move. So if I just go back here, what's wrong with that? I don't think there's really anything wrong with that move. I mean, I can't go anywhere else. I'm not going to go here. I walk into a fork, which he can't really take advantage of. But I go here. What's his next move is what I want to know. The pawn's still going to be held. So we just slide back. What is the idea behind that? Oh, he wants to win the pawn. He wants to win the pawn. Ah, yes. I completely forgot that the only defender of this pawn was this bishop. So after this, he takes. So bishop e3, knight e5. Where does he go from there? Knight e5, we take, he takes. I go here. We have pressure on this. Does the knight have any good squares? It goes here and then hits the bishop. I see the issue. Here, here. His plans to go here. But maybe I want to preemptively go all the way back. Because here, knight takes, bishop takes. Does he have an intermezzo of going here? I guess I can always just go here and then get on this diagonal, which would be very nice. Yeah, I think if I can get onto that D file, like the D diagonal, that could be a very nice file. Especially lining up with this, there could be potential rook sacks. So let's play bishop to E3. I completely overlooked that he's going to win this pawn, but I will win his in return. And it makes his king a little bit unsafe. So now he does have access to here. He has access to here. So if I go here, he takes, I take. What if he goes here? Is that a threat? I don't really think so. We can always just come here. I could take with the knight. He takes. What if he doesn't take? I could go here, put pressure on this. Takes. Honestly, I think his bishop could be quite strong. But if I take with the knight and he takes here, I go here, then I immediately have pressure on this. The knight now also protects this square, which is good to note. The knight has access to here, potentially. I think I want to take with the knight so that I have pressure, so that I have double pressure on that. But then he just backs it up with a pawn. But then I go here, potentially. We're going to take with the bishop here. Okay, so he takes with the bishop. So obviously our plan was to go here. So we're going to take. Now we have pressure on this pawn, so he has to protect it in a manner. Probably play h6. I am noticing that these two pieces here are a little bit loose, but so are mine. So if I could get my rook onto this file and then, have some captures, we might have some openings. But I do think, I mean, that doesn't really do anything anymore because I would just take. Maybe he gets his rook active. Maybe he challenges my rook, because this rook's controlling a lot of squares. And if this knight ever moves, then we can potentially get a rook onto 7th rank, and that could be very deadly. So I think it's kind of key for him to keep that there. Yeah, so he plays h6. I'm wondering if I can play this move. It weakens our g4 pawn tremendously. It creates this hole here. It creates a lot of weakness. But if he pushes, then this falls. attacking the rook, but the rook wants to improve itself anyways, so maybe that's not a great move. Maybe we need to focus more so on his weaknesses, which I could play this, and actually that's a great diagonal for the bishop. We attack the knight. So if I go here, where's the knight gonna go? The knight can immediately challenge me. I don't like that. Yeah, so if I go bishop here, the knight can just go here. It would undouble my pawns, but then my rook is shut out. Or I could take with the rook. Here, rook here. Takes. No, I just don't think that's really that great for us. What if I just play this move? It weakens the dark squares here, but I don't think he can really take advantage of that, and I don't want his knight to come here. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this move. Normally, if there's queens on the board, I might say don't do it, but I'm not really afraid of this check, because I just moved the king over. That might really hinder me in the endgame, though. I just really don't want this knight to come into the position and challenge this bishop. My bishop's going to be much better. I am thinking, oh, but maybe he can play this? Then where does my knight go? Oh, then my knight has to become very passive. So if he plays this move, do I have this? If he takes, I take. But then he gets a passed pawn. Can he hold on to that right away? I don't think so because the bishop's there. Yeah, so he goes for the check. That's fine. We're going to go here. Yes, the bishop is doing a good job of controlling me, but maybe that will bite us down the road. But I'm going to argue that, the bishop doesn't really need to be there right now. And we are actually threatening to go here. Are we though? Maybe not. Yeah. So if I go here, if he takes, I take. Now the rook can come here and it would be protecting the passed pawn after the fact. Ooh. Okay. So I could go here. Yeah, I don't like the decision I made there. I could go here. If he takes, I take with tempo. What else can he do? Can he attack this right away? So if I play this, the goal is to go here, ultimately, I guess. Not really afraid of him taking, but I am afraid of this move, hitting the bishop, because the bishop's the only thing protecting it, right? But then I go here, and then we should be happy, right? I go here. I can possibly get this, which would be a forking these pieces, forcing the trade of his knight, and I think his knight is much better than mine. Now, after this, if he comes in, is there a threat? There is a threat of a fork, but it's held by the bishop, so we should be good. So let's go here. That will be met with this, or takes here. We are also threatening a pawn, but I don't really want to take this pawn, if I'm being honest. I'm more concerned about getting my rook involved, and also kind of dealing with this stuff. Taking this pawn is like a side quest. I could also get trapped, because then, the knight's... It also opens up this file, but it does win a pawn and isolate two of his pawns in front of my king, which he'll probably start to throw at me at some point. So maybe that's not a bad idea. If I go here, he might play this, but then this can't really put... Well, it could. And then he's got to pass pawn. Because ultimately I plan to put the bishop here. He goes there immediately. So I could take, he takes. I go here. Or what if I go here first? I go here. He can't push because I would win a knight. Or could he? If I go here, can he push? No. Surely I get behind, right? Here, takes. Here, it looks kind of scary, but I think we'd be in time to save it. If I take, then it opens up this G file, which I really, really like. So I am indeed going to take and then play bishop here. Hit the knight. And now we have this open file to work with. He's probably going to protect using the knight, I would assume. I see. He made me waste a move. Yeah. I guess we can take. Now we hit the rook, and we can probably just go back. Yeah, so we lost a tempo there, which is not good. You do not want to be losing tempos. But I guess I can argue that his bishop didn't do anything there. He gave a check and then had to move it back. So maybe we're tempo for tempo. I also really like that this can come in eventually if this is not there. But this pawn is looking more and more dangerous. Rook there. Yeah, that makes sense because he wants to double up. So what should I be looking for right now is my question. Because I could give this check, but then he just gets the king more active. If I go back, he's going to start pushing the pawn. And I think I need to really put that to a stop right away. So maybe we go here, check, he goes here. No. This pawn, we need to deal with it. He's going to push it on the next move. If I go here, what's he going to do? Here, here. I go here. Does he have a way? He can come here, but then we can pin him. We don't have we don't have a light. We can go here though. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead, play here. And we're just trying to get this because he's going to want to push. I just blundered. I just completely blundered. He has this move. Hits the rook and then discovered attack on this. Oh, but I have this check. Okay. Yeah, so if he goes here, I have to play this and then we can move. I thought I blundered for a second though. Okay, so he just activates the king right away. Very principled play. So I could double up, but I don't think that's going to do me any good. I think I need to now... My king's not active at all. That's a problem. The rook also belongs on this file, but now I can't pin him, so he'll be able to go there. So maybe we want to play h3 right now to stop the knights from coming in. But then he's going to play this, and there's no more check first. So I kind of need to play this, get my bishop back to safety. And I would honestly be very happy to see that. I'll go here. And we're down to 2 minutes roughly each. So the moves are going to start to become a little bit not as accurate. I don't know what that's planning. I mean, I can't take, obviously. Maybe we play king here. He does have checks, but they're all covered. Start to get the king a little bit more active. I don't think it's a bad thing. So king here always protects the rook. We could just take. Maybe that's what he's planning. I think he wanted to play this so that he could take the rook for free. And now I think the next idea is to play h3. Unless, we have 2 eyes on this, so good in that aspect. He's down to a minute. So he plays b6. Maybe he wants this. Am I going to be taking this? Because if I'm going to be taking that, then I don't think I need to play h3. But if we trade all the pieces off, this is going to promote, which is not good. Do I have takes? Takes. No, we don't have takes. But if I put pressure here, where does he go? Because then he has to respond because I'm threatening to win. He probably just plays here or here. We could also go here with ideas of taking, but I guess then, yeah, there's not really much. Let's play h3. We're going to stop the knight from coming in. I just don't like it there. Yeah, now he goes there. So we kind of need to take. He takes the rook. Now we don't have any intermezzos, so I take. He's going to take. Then I'm going to have to go here and fight for this pawn. It's going to be an endgame. And he has a passed pawn, which is definitely an advantage. And anyone that watches my channel knows this is not my specialty. So I think he has to play rook here or rook here. Rook here, I go here. So rook here, I go here. He might bring the king, I go here. We're going to try and win this pawn. I also think c4 could be a good move, just restricting him from playing this. But then, I mean, he doesn't really matter. But if he loses this pawn, I don't think he has winning chances. I mean, he probably does because he's 500 points, almost 600 points higher rated, but yeah, so he goes there. Now we're going to play king here. We're trying for this. So if he goes here, can I go here? No. That's bad. Maybe we needed to go like this and come this way. I think I might have missed that. Okay, so we're going to play this. If he plays here, I go here. Yeah, I'm going to go here. He'll give a check. I can't take. If I go here, does he just infiltrate? No. Yeah, we're going to go here. He's going to give a check. I'll go here. I cannot take the pawn. I thought he might do that. He's going to pick up this pawn and have an outside pass pawn, isn't he? Unless I go here, protecting the pawn. He might go there. No, he brings the king. No, because then I just take. He has to protect with the rook. And then I should be able to take. I forgot about these pawns. Oh, no. Okay, well, let's go here. We do not want to allow him to take this. That's the last thing that we want to allow. But now he can push. And if I take, he can take there. We might have got a little bit too risky there. So now we just lost a pawn. So what happens after takes? If I go here, he can protect this with the king. So I think I need to take. He takes. Check. He's the one winning. He's the one fighting for a win. For sure, for sure. So let's put our rook here. We're going to try and cut the king off. We're threatening check, but that doesn't do anything. But my king's also cut off here. Yeah. We don't really want to allow him in here. So what if I go here? He probably just pushes. I could go check, actually. But then he comes in. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Maybe I go check. Let's go check. Now, I think I am actually going to play c4 here, just so that we don't have two weaknesses. We only have one. We only have to protect this. He immediately strikes. Okay, let's go ahead and take. Let's go here. We're going to try and kick this off of the defense of this. She doesn't allow. I don't really want to allow this to go down the board. My king's kind of fighting for the wrong things. So can he just come in? But he's got this outside pass pawn that's going to just go down the board. The rook doesn't really need to go there. It does not belong there at all. You can give checks. I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. He's going to get the king in. He plays there. Let's go ahead and play rook to c2. What I want to do is just hold this square so that he can't push. And I want to play a4. No, I don't think a4 does anything. But, yeah, this is just brutal. So you go here. He goes there. What's he threatening? Threatening king in, potentially. Okay, what I want to do is go win this pawn. Then he's going to simplify everything down, I think. Let's go here. Maybe rook here was a little bit more accurate. I couldn't go rook there, though. Okay, now let's go here. Place king up. Okay, let's just move. Just move. So he cannot take the pawn. So let's just move the king. This is always protected. We need to stop this pass pawn from moving. So I'm using the king. This rook's protecting this pawn. Can't take. So we're playing for a draw right here. There's no winning for white. So he takes. Or so he pushes. We're going to take. He's going to go there. Now, can I give a check? And then just go back. Let's go check. Now let's just go back, protect this. Okay, our king, yeah, there's just not a whole lot for us to do here. He's gonna get there. And now, so after this, he goes here. So we likely have to sacrifice the rook. Yeah, otherwise he promotes. I mean, we obviously can't allow him to make a queen. If we go here, he just goes here. Is there any tricks? I don't think so. If I go here, yeah. I mean, we have to sacrifice the rook. And yeah, I mean, he's gonna clean up. I will just play on because I'm sure that this will be instructive for many people. And so he's just gonna want to make sure not to stalemate. So it goes there. He wants to give up the pawn. If I go here, there's checkmate. So we're gonna go here. And we'll take the pawn now. And then he can show how to checkmate with a rook. He just walks you down until there, and there's checkmate. Good game, good game.